in the sport.
Do it.
Why not? Why not? I think Crawford, don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in. Because, you know, I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is not that great. I saw Crawford the last fight and he don't move that much now. So,
Brian
Canelo Alvarez, the famous Mexican boxing champion, has confirmed that he's open to fighting Terence Crawford, saying the fight could happen if the financial terms are right. This announcement has gotten boxing fans excited because both fighters are considered among the best in the sport today.
First off, how excited are you about it? And break the fight down for us.
Well, I ain't gonna break the fight down for you because I don't want to get a game plan away. But I'm excited for Terence more than anything to get the fight that he wants, to show the world that he's great. He's great, one of the greats to lace up the gloves. And so it's my job as a trainer. It's a job of Saul, a job of Red, whoever else is coming in camp with us, Bernie, to lead him to that win.
A lot of people make a lot about the 21-pound difference, the 14-pound difference, however you want to look at it. And they're saying that they think that is just going to be too much, a bridge too far for Terence Crawford, that the size and the strength of Canelo Alvarez will carry the day, ultimately wearing the perceivably smaller Terence Crawford down. What do you say about that?
I tell you like this. The man must have seen something when he called to Canelo out, because you got to remember, Bud called Canelo out. So he must see something in order for him to get that win. And you know he can win. So like I said before, it's our job to get him to that point.
I talked to Jose Benavidez Jr. about the fight between Terence and Canelo Alvarez. A glowing report from Jose Benavidez Jr. about Terence Crawford, saying that Canelo Alvarez better not sleep on Terence Crawford because he is an effing beast.
Well, you know, he been in there with Bud, so he understand, you know, what Bud could bring to what brings to the table. So he just giving that warning out to this, not only Canelo, he giving the warning out to all the bettors out there that's going to bet against Bud. You know, fuck up and lose your money.
Terence Crawford is set.
Brian Bomac McIntyre, Crawford's trainer, is thrilled about the potential matchup. He's stressed that this is a long-awaited opportunity for Crawford to prove his skills against a tough opponent like Canelo.
What Bud said, weight class is for a reason. But then Bud and his team heard the TBV show. Then it's like, yo, you know what? Bud, we could throw the towel in. We gonna shimmy all the way to the bank. We gonna drop this 9 figures in the bank. We got you. Do we believe we could beat them? Yeah. What other opportunity in life are you gonna get to make 100 and something million? Look at Evan. Coach Evan said 150, Bud. He think Bud get. What other opportunity in life you gonna get to make 150 million? Also be able to have an eject button. If you doing good, the towel never come out. Shit get ugly, the towel come out. They not about to just let Canelo beat on Crawford if Crawford can't handle Canelo. You understand? It's not going to be a pride thing. You know, Bomac been there all his life. Why would I allow that?
In a candid conversation,
Terence Crawford is set to make an impressive $135 million for this fight, making it one of the highest paying bouts in boxing history. This huge payout highlights how big this event is and shows Crawford's growing reputation in the sport.
I spar big guys, you know what I mean? But I believe in my skills and my ability, and I believe in my team. I believe we'll come up with something that, you know, will be suitable for me to be successful in that fight.
That would probably be the biggest fight in boxing.
Definitely.
That fight would be gigantic.
It would.
That would be a big one.
boxer Tim's.
In an interview with Joe Rogan, Crawford spoke confidently about his chances in the fight. He believes in his abilities and is ready to take on the challenge, showing he's determined to succeed against Canelo.
I think he can outbox Canelo. It depends on what kind of Canelo rocks up, and Canelo is very, very experienced. But at the same time, he's had a lot of fights, which means that, you know, there is a time that you do go downhill as well. So I don't know. It's an interesting fight.
It's a crazy fight. I like it. A lot of fans have said like they're not interested because of the weight difference. But like, to me, it's like I want to see how he's able to deal with the weight difference.
Yeah, but the thing is, Canelo used to be a 154 as well, you know? So there is a slight weight division difference, but then Terrence is coming up from 130. So
he's a lot smaller. Yeah, Canelo's like a little mini tank, man. He's like his bones are he's just a stocky dude.
Thick.
Boxer Tim Tszyu has also shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight, suggesting that Crawford might find it tough to outbox Canelo. He mentioned that the result could depend on which version of Canelo shows up, pointing out the Mexican fighter's ability to adapt and his vast experience.
As you see here, Terrence Bud Crawford is back training. Is he training for that May showdown with Saul Canelo Alvarez? A mega fight? That's a mega fight. You know, in movies, you have blockbuster movies like Star Wars, Independence Day. This is a blockbuster fight. This is a massive fight. Two of the best guys in their era facing off against one another. This would be explosive. And it's supposed to be Riyadh season, Cinco de Mayo. This is a fight that reportedly Canelo Alvarez has agreed now. That's huge. Who y'all got winning this fight? You see Terrence Bud Crawford training. Is he training for Canelo Alvarez? Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think.
This fight is being called a historic showdown between two of the greatest fighters of their time, set to take place during the Riyadh season. It's expected to attract worldwide attention and further cement the legacies of both athletes.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terrence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Discussions have emerged.
Coach Joel Diaz has expressed concerns about the size difference between the two fighters. He pointed out that the smaller fighter may have trouble landing effective punches and withstanding Canelo's powerful blows, suggesting that the impact of the size gap might be underestimated.
There's no Triple G on Bud's resume. There's no Trout on Bud's resume. There's no Daniel Jacobs on Bud's resume. Canelo is the one that's fought the elite level opposition. It's Canelo that fought Laura. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ.
Yeah, but Bud is an elite boxer.
So you're an elite boxer, but you haven't fought elite boxers.
There's been a lot of discussion about the records of both fighters. Critics have noted that while Canelo has fought and beaten top-tier opponents, Crawford's list of opponents doesn't include big names like Gennady Golovkin, raising doubts about his experience at the highest level.
Crawford's best interest.
I don't like the fight because Terrence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing, it has divisions. You know what I mean? You know?
Right, weight classes.
You know what?
Right?
Yeah, weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes and Terrence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight. But I think more. I remember when Terrence Crawford fought with Madrimov.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power and 3 more divisions. Two more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terrence Crawford, but Terrence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination punches, but I think the weight class is no good for him.
Boxing legend Juan Manuel Marquez has voiced concerns about Crawford moving up 2 weight classes for this fight. He stressed that weight classes exist for a reason and questioned whether such a big jump in weight is the best move for Crawford.
He's not a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? He's special. And, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter. Still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure towards somewhere near the top. and it's exciting. You know, Terrence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside, and he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why you know, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and, you know, be able to find out firsthand.
Addressing concerns about the size difference.
Former super middleweight champion Caleb Plant has expressed his excitement for the upcoming fight. He recognizes the incredible talent of both fighters and believes the match will be competitive and captivating for boxing fans around the world.
You want to fight Canelo? Would you ever entertain a fight with Benavidez?
Benavidez is a big dude. Not to say I won't fight him, but the only reason why I entertain Canelo is because he's not a big dude. He might be thick, you know what I mean, but he's not a big dude. Benavidez is like 6 foot something, come in 190, 100 probably, you know what I mean? I might as well go to heavyweight if I fight Benavidez.
Yeah, thought that at one point when Volkanovski was champion. I had retired and I was like, dude, the only fight that I would really want to come back for, this dude's 5'6" and he's pound for pound.
Right.
So that's, I understand what you're looking at. You're like, you know what?
You just size them up.
Yeah.
You just size them up, especially when you're going into a bigger weight class, size them up and you see your advantages.
Boxing analyst.
Addressing concerns about the size difference, Crawford has downplayed the idea that Canelo has a huge advantage. He insists that Canelo is not overwhelmingly big, reinforcing his belief in his own ability to take on the challenge.
If Crawford and Canelo were to come to fruition, you see that being competitive still, even with the 21-pound difference, Jim?
If I'm Crawford, I don't want to have to go up to 168 pounds to get the fight. I want to somehow gull Canelo into thinking that it's okay to fight him at, you know, best of all possible worlds, 154. But if I'm Terrence Crawford, I want to try to make clear that there's no way you're going to get me to come into the ring at 168. That's your game, not mine. If Crawford is able to get Canelo down to 160, and so this depends on what I see out of Canelo this weekend.
Right.
But let's say he has a good fight, not a great fight, and he wins. If Crawford can get him down to 160, I make it a pick fight. If Crawford can get him down to 154 or 157, Crawford is, in my view, a big favorite in the fight. 168, I still have to favor Canelo.
Boxing analysts have had extensive debates about how the weight class might affect the fight. Some believe that the fight were at 154 or 157 pounds. Crawford would have the edge due to his skills and experience at these lighter weights. However, many analysts think Canelo would have the advantage at 168 pounds because of his natural size and strength, making him a tough opponent in the heavier weight class.
What fight do you think is out there now that we all should want to see where we probably get more than we expected? What's the ideal fight?
The game is different, man. It's a lot of strategy going on with guys not taking fights and why they not taking fights. I like the Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez fight. A lot of people say, you know,
so do I,
that I'm crazy for thinking that Terrence Crawford to win that fight. And my thing is like, okay, well, if you don't think that Terrence Crawford can outbox Canelo Alvarez, you may have to check your IQ.
You're not watching. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And there's a reason why Canelo Alvarez ain't jumping at that fight. He fought Amir Khan, which was, I think, 2 weight classes lower than him. So the weight thing ain't that
at least
big
a weight class. And he fought Charlo.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing with that. So that's a fight that I would really like to see. That's a dangerous fight for both fighters.
Sports commentators Stephen A. Smith and Andre Ward have weighed in on the fight between Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, discussing the importance of the weight class. While some might overlook Crawford's skill set, both analysts believe his technical ability, adaptability, and resilience should not be underestimated. They think Crawford's skills could give him a fighting chance against a larger, stronger fighter like Canelo.
Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. We keep bringing up the weight class, but that's not my thing. This is what I'm mostly thinking about when it comes to that matchup. Terrence Crawford has never met anyone like him. Y'all don't understand the importance of that statement. In order to beat Canelo, you got to be great first. Triple G, Floyd, Bill, you got to be great because Canelo is great. Canelo ain't just a big tank guy, that's why he's great. Head movement, good speed, accuracy, great
shit. He's great. He has that X factor that only the great ones have. He fights more often than Crawford, at least twice a year. And he doesn't stop fighting. He fights through knee injury, wrist injury. If you're 6 foot something, if you're 5'11" or 5, it doesn't matter. He's great.
Former opponent Amir.
Commentator Showbiz the Adult pointed out that Crawford has never fought an opponent as tough as Canelo. He highlighted how important it is to have experience against top-tier fighters, something Canelo has had throughout his career. Showbiz suggested that this fight will be a big test for Crawford, as it will push him in ways he hasn't been tested before. It's a chance to see if Crawford can perform at the highest level against a fighter like Canelo, who brings a wealth of experience and versatility to the ring.
Like, what are the differences between them? Canelo's strong and is easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't hit clean. They both hit hard. Because, and you can see that strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So, look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much weight? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for fighting Canelo?
Boxer
Amir Khan, a former opponent of both Canelo and Crawford, shared his views on the two fighters. He acknowledged Canelo's tremendous power, but pointed out that Canelo can be hit. In contrast, Khan praised Crawford's defensive skills, describing him as harder to hit and more elusive. Khan believes that while Canelo's offensive power is strong, Crawford's ability to avoid punches and control the pace of fight makes him a more challenging opponent for Canelo. This difference in styles makes the fight even more interesting.
Good friend, my brother, Terrence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring, I know you haven't been in the ring with Terrence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terrence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't count him out. You know what I'm saying?
Boxer Edgar Berlanga has recognized Crawford's legendary skills, but emphasized Canelo's size and strength as key factors in the upcoming fight. Berlanga pointed out that these physical advantages could play a significant role in determining the winner. While Crawford is known for his exceptional boxing ability, Berlanga believes that Canelo's natural size and strength could give him the upper hand, especially since Crawford is moving up in weight.
What I think should be gone, the notion that Terrence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
That's soon for more updates. And until next time,